It's only been 2 weeks and somehow my hair's turned into prime Justin Bieber circa 2010. Anyway, I just saw this bad boy pop up on Limitless getting second place in that tournament. And it's a post-rotation control deck. People were worried about Pidgeot control leaving the format once the rotation hit. This may indeed be its replacement. Played by, I believe, their name's like horrible to pronounce for me as an Englishman, but I think it's Shinkovic, a Belgium individual, I believe, on this tournament. Again, getting second place. I am super curious as to how this plays, and you can tell already the main engine is actually Dracloak. Whereas beforehand, you'd be using Pidgeot to find the cards you need and all that jazz. This one is just, I'm going to draw big hands, and I'm going to do what I want to do. At least that's what I think. Also, yes, I am back, kind of. I'm not going to push myself too hard. I felt up to it now in terms of making a video, so here we are. I'll explain a little bit more at the end for those that do want to know. Of course, I'm sure a lot of you don't really care and just want to see the game. So, let's see how things pan out here. I'm assuming Lucario's a bad matchup, no? Okay, hold on. Let's just not jump the gun on that one. What attackers do we have? We obviously have Sudowoodo for the impound. There's a Dedenne in here for recovering trainer cards, Elgyem for moving energy, and Turtonator for discarding energy. Okay, so I'm assuming Elgyem's probably the way to go anyway. All right, let's just get ourselves... Oh, great. Yeah, thanks. Thank you. 4 years. I think, if I'm correct, this game's been out for 4 years. No, more than that? Maybe longer. And I still have the search bug? ptcgl, what are you doing, man? Come on, welcome me back with open arms. Stop making me do all this crap. It's fine. It was the same thing, really, in theory, anyway. Legacy energy. What's my retreat app? Retreats air balloon. I don't really need to worry so much right now. I'm going to throw it on the Elgyem, and I'm just going to go for... Let's go for an accompanying flutes. We do whiff that. That's fine. And I'll just go for a lily. Well, yeah, we'll do that. I think it's just all about setting up right now and going from there. I think I really need to be super aggressive on my Dracloaks, just looking at the list. So we'll pass up there and see what comes of it. So yes, I'm not like fully back because, as I said, I don't want to like push myself too hard. I think I've got enough in me to go for a full video and actually cover some post-rotation perfect order stuff. And this caught my eye and I was like, yeah, this is a bit of me. I want to try it out. I want to see what Stall's doing in the modern era. See if it's worth any try. I'll do my best. Okay, I'm not the best Stall player. I'll be real with you, but I'll do what I can. They went for a Fighting Gong to get themselves a Riolu, and they benched a Solrock. Going for another Fighting Gong here. Getting an energy this time around. I think what I want to be doing here is just trapping a Holucha. So, is it Holucha? No, Mightyena. Hariyama. Mightyena? No, Mightyana's the dog. Yeah, I'm such a fraud, bro. This evolved form, it's Hariyama. I know. And I'm moving energy around, but how do I like... I'm looking at the deck list again, because obviously I need to. How does one not deck out? I don't think there's an anti-deck out measure here. How did they win? I'm so confused. There's not much recovery. The only recovery I see here is Lana's Aid and Stretchers. Is it to, like, effectively lock your opponent out of the game energy-wise and then just go from there? How did they do this? Hold on. They went 7-2-0, so they definitely, like, they were cooking. I'm just trying to figure out how. I guess... Oh, no, I see. Is it... well, is it? I was going to say it has something to do with the Dedenne, because the Dedenne can recover a trainer card from your discard pile, put it to your hand. So would you want to be using the Dedenne to recover hammers and stuff like that once you get that lock established and then just leave them with 0 energy? But again, that doesn't deck them out. And there's no real way to recover stuff into your deck. There's no rod or anything like that. So you're playing against a bit of a time limit on this? Well, you technically always are, but you know what I mean. Let's evolve here. And I think... I could Sudowoodo this Hariyama, but they'll just attack me. Right. Let's go for a Recon Directive. I could boss this up now, start making some plays. Dawn is a very interesting card to include in this deck. There's 3 copies of Dawn in here. Very, very interesting, because it's not stage 2, but I'm assuming it's just... But why don't you just go for Brock? Oh, no, Dawn could get both stage 1 and a basic. Okay, no, I see it. I'm trying to think, right? Do I retreat here, boss, and maybe try and get a Sudowoodo out or something? You know, but then I can't retreat if that's the case. All right, here's what I'll do. I'm going to Poker Pad, and I'm going to get the impound Sudowoodo. Yes. The damage, though. I don't know the damage it does. I think I'll do it. Or do I start moving energy to... No. I'm going to start moving energy to Lunatone. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to attach retreat here. There's a lot of thought process going on right now, and I will start attaching. I don't think I want to Crushing Hammers just yet. I think what I actually want to be doing here is... just moving energy onto Lunatone, right? Try and keep this Makuhita hopefully trapped in the active I think a jamming tower would be nice in this deck, if I'm honest with you. But if that could stay, I mean, already one air balloon down, then I can move the energy away. If they KO me, I can recover and keep playing around as much as I can. My mindset right now is basically on moving all the energy to Lunatone and then just going, right, there's nothing left. You can't do anything. All your energy is on Lunatone. I'm now going to get myself Dedenne and just keep crushing hammering until all your energy are gone. And then you can't do anything about it. That's kind of my mindset. I can't even speak. I've been out of the loop. Okay, I haven't done much recording recently. Cut me some slack, man. I ain't even got a trim. I need a trim, bro, for the trim TCG. Look at that, brother. I can't. Where's my eyes gone? Hariyama. There you go. You go. As they bring up a Dracloak. Not too fussed by that. They'll go for a Lily themselves. I think I'm just going to go for a Lily myself too after this. I don't think they're going to be able to do much here. Especially evolving into that Hariyama. They've made it a bit more difficult for them to retreat. So now I'm going to move this energy. I think it can move special energies. Any energy, right? Yeah. I'm going to move this energy. What's it called? Rocky. I'll move the Balboa energy to the Lunatone. It's still like the worst attacker my opponent has. I just need to get the air balloon retreat off. That's what I need to do. Okay. Lily, let's do it. Could have dawned for a Dracloak, but that doesn't make any sense to me. I'll take the energy retreat. That's fine with me. But if I could get air balloon off this, I'll take it. No. What's my boss looking like? I kind of prefer this. Again, the hammers aren't really for late game, I think. At least that's where my brain is going. My brain's saying, hey, you don't need it now, broski. You roll with it. You're fine. Energy. Oh, no, maybe I should have got the Xerosic. Yeah. I don't know. Next turn, Xerosic kind of looks a bit nuts. That's fine. We'll slight shift. We'll move this over to here. That's fine with me. Wait, what? What? It moved back? Hello? Prevent all effects of attack. Well, that's caught me by surprise. I can't even move it. All right, well, just got to go for the hammers then. Hey, listen. This card just came out. All right. How long do you think I can go with using this surgery excuse? You know, that I've had surgery and I've been out of the loop, so therefore I can make these mistakes. To be fair, I would have made that mistake regardless if I had surgery or not. So we'll leave it at that. We won't talk about it anymore. As they go for a Lily, trying to find their way out. I mean, our deck is decking. That's good. Do for an energy on the other Lucario. I'll move that one then, if anything. Oh, switch. Okay. Interesting to see that they promoted this Lucario, the one that I can move the energy off. There's an Aura Jab. I wonder where they're going to move their energy now. To be fair, it might be worth having a couple turns here. Yeah, okay. It might be worth just going for Sudowoodo, at least for a couple turns, to just try and buy time. Try and set up a little better. I've already got the fighting energy. Just gust this up. Yeah, that seems okay with me. And get Elgian back as well next turn. That feels good. All right, let's go for the boss play. I'm going for it now. I'm a little bit worried about deck out. You know, what do I need? Okay, I want a hammer. I want to start getting rid of Lucario. Not rid of Lucario, getting rid of the energy, the Rocky energy. Bit of a pain, that one. Yeah, that's gone, so that's good. And it's just hammers. Hammers don't feel so great, you know? Let's get Fez. I don't think I will be playing Fez, but sure. Let's go for another Recon Directive. What do we get? Balloon. I'll take that. So, I'm mainly looking for Elgium, right? I have a feeling that's what I'm looking for here. Yeah, I mean, how many switches are they going to have? That's the question. You've got 2 air balloons most likely, and like 1 switch, I guess, would make sense. I don't see why you'd have more than 1. I don't see that. Maybe you could, but I don't know if Lucario has the space for that, you know? Well, there's a Night Stretcher. That will get them an energy, if that's what they're going for. No, they're going for a Pokemon. That's interesting. There's the Lunatone. There it is. What energy do I have in my discard pile? I'll have Psychic. I could definitely Elgium next turn. I think I want to just keep buying time for now. Just keep trapping this Hariyama until they get a switch out. And then from there, go for Elgium. I think that's what I want. That seems about correct to me. Oh, boss. Right. Nice. Let's just keep her going, I guess. Yeah, I think I can still build a few more cards. I ain't got to worry too much about deck out. I'm ahead of them, at least in terms of the deck count. I kind of want to find Xerosic now. I think I threw it to the bottom of the deck, though, didn't I? Wait a second. Hold on. Let's Pokepad and grab ourselves another Cloaky Wokey. That's great. Gotta be careful. But I wanted to shuffle there. Maybe could have done that with Poffin, but, you know, it is what it is. Go on, give me a Xerosi. No, that is what it is. Don't need to worry too much about Stadium. And I want to make sure I keep my card count okay. Not in any sort of problematic situation. I definitely Larnazade now, then. And just recover these 2. So I can use that when I'm ready. I'm not taking any knockouts. I think this is why this deck's doing quite well post-rotation, is we're not taking knockouts, right? And there's no Iono. The only hand destruction we really got to worry about is Judge and Harlequin, and a lot of decks are kind of like, nah, I'm not doing that, bro. I'm just going to unfair stamp. But unfair stamp, you need to knock them out in order for them to use it. So you're pretty much, most of the time, going to have your hand staying as your hand. So that's pretty cool. I think maybe throwing a judge into this deck would work in case it gets to an awkward situation. You know, I guess that, you know, you are managing a misplay at that point, right? You should play around the fact that you're going to have a massive hand. In fact, I'm covering half of it. Should I move myself up? Do you know what? For this video, I'll move myself up here. How about that? There we go. On top of the... Oh, don't you start complaining. Listen, you little fella up there. Yeah, I think I'm just going to... I still want to... All right, I just want to stay ahead of them on the card count. That's all I need to do. They're probably not hand disrupting me. As long as we are above 14, I think for now. Bro, come on, just let me get Zerosic. I just want Zerosic, man. Come on, give me a Zerosi-Wosi. No. Fine. Flute's not doing anything. We'll keep doing this for now. To be fair, I get it. I think the win con is not so much deck out. Well, no, it is. It's trapping them to the point where they're going to dig, right? They're going to dig for their stuff, and that's going to allow you to Zerosic. I think maybe double Zerosic would be good. I don't know. This deck came second in the Limitless tournament. I mean, it's definitely got something to it. I'm just shooting ideas out there, you know? Just popping them off the dome. Speaking of devil, there is Judge. And I'm not too fussed about that, if I'm honest with you. Got a boss. I could definitely boss up. Well, not much, actually. I need to eventually get Elgium out, to be fair. How many turns do I have of this trapping? Okay, I have about 4 turns. And then I have to start doing Elgium. And I'll just move everything to Hariyama. Yes, they will have Mega Lucario. But if it gets to that point... Hello. If it gets to that point, I can hopefully just hammer it away into Dene. You know what I mean? Oh my god. All right. Love the energy. I mean, literally, the literal energy card. Thank you very much. Dracloak, not needed. Stretch is not doing much, but it could do something eventually. And Zerosic. There it is. All right. A bit early for it. So I'll still buy my time. No supporters. Oh, go on. We'll hammer. We'll try and get rid of the other Rocky energy. Give me a heads. Go on. Oh my god, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I've had a hard time, man. Thank you. Thank you for rewarding me. Impound. Stay where you are. Let's trap them up. Let's trap them up like that. So, turns now. We have 3 more turns of impound. Tell you what, I'm glad this Sudowoodo is literally like 1 retreat cost. You know, that is quite nice to be fair. As they gust up with your cloak. Gonna force me to retreat, huh? That's fine. If I could get an air balloon, that'd be nice. If not, I do have the attachment, so it's not the end of the world. So, hammer. Right. I'll take it. Sure thing. We'll go for another recon directive. And get the Dene this time. Go on, balloon me up, daddy. Give me some love then. No, fine. Didn't need the fire anyway. Why is the fire in here? Why is there a fire energy in here? Is it so you can dragon headbutt? Or is there something I'm completely missing because I'm a moron? Probably the latter, let's be real. All right, let's attach here. Let's go for a retreat. Start impounding again. To be fair, it might have been correct for me to start Elgium in here because they'd have to... Well, no, I think Elgium actually is perfectly fine. What? Hold on. Should I just be using Elgium right now? Because if they like... No, because they could attach air balloon and retreat. We don't want that. Yeah, that's very true. But I guess at that point, you promote Lunatone? Boss up Lunatone? No, because that's an easier retreat. I don't actually know what's the correct move here now, actually. Do you know what? I think I am going to start Elgium in. This is greedy. I'll be real. This is very greedy of me. But my thought process here is... Oh, lovely. In the meantime, they're clearly like, their hand is small. So while their hand is small, they might as well start moving the energy around. And if they get to the point of getting that, like, you know, air balloon and stuff like that, then I guess I can play around it at that point and maybe then try and do some impounds and stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, let's see. I think I'm just going to prioritize establishing my game plan over anything else right now. So let's go for slight shift. Let's start moving energy away. I think we'll first move this to here. Moving off the Lucarios, I think makes the most sense to me. They're not happy with me. They are very frustrated. Oh, that's what stall decks be doing though, you know what I mean? Another judge? Oh god, this is gonna take forever. But I think we're okay. I think we're fine. Maybe they prized air balloon. Maybe that's what's going on. At which point, again, we'll win either on timer or through them decking out. I'm liking this. Let's keep building. I want to see if I can get that Zerosic back after that judge. 2 judges as well was not something I saw coming. This must be the build that plays max belt over unfair stamp, which, you know, it's not uncommon, is it? It's not unheard of. Let's go for a 3rd recon directive here and keep pushing it up. Hello, Zerosi. Nice to see you come back to daddy. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, I know. I've missed you too. Well, slight shifts onto Lunatone. No more Lucario shenanigans. 3 energy in a discard pile already. What's their recovery looking like? 1 night stretch. I would expect at least 2. So they could definitely like retreat and then... Yeah, they can definitely do some stuff here. But That is 7, 8, 9 in total energy. Lucario, you'd probably see about 10. So that's something. They're going to try and boss something up again. That's fine with me. Going for another Cloak this time. And they just pass up. Man, this deck is just, it is like butter. It is working. I've had my, suggestions, not critiques. I think critique, there's the wrong word. I've had my suggestions on what you can do with this to bring it even further. But I'll be real, man. It is functioning really nicely. Let's move that there. Okay, so let me just consider my impound count because I think this is going to play a big role toward the finishing of the game. I have 2 uses of impound here before a knockout, and then here, if I can do the maths, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So that's 7. That's a total of 9. So that's 9 turns of effectively milling them that I would have with impound. So if we can get to that point where they just need to draw 9 cards for them to deck out, we've basically won at that point with just Sudowoodo. Just running the maths in me head. I know, getting surgery in your no place apparently makes you smarter. Who'd have thought there was such a connection between the two? Well, I know a few women that would say that, to be fair. And men. Let's not dig myself into a hole. My turn again. Let's slight shift it. Bring that from here over to there. Thank you, my friend. See you later. I don't need to draw more cards. I've got what I need in my hand. I'm Gucci. I don't need anything else. I'm totally fine. In fact, I think going for the hammer play wasn't actually that big of a deal. I think now it's just a matter of ensuring nothing happens, really. Just pass. I could impound, but I don't need to. I just don't need to impound. Yes, they could attach, retreat, attack. They'll take their first prize of the game by doing that. I think we've got this one in the bag, boys. I'll be real. I think we're laughing to the bank here. I think we're absolutely chilling. Let's go for an end turn. And that's a pass. Okay. Xerosic when? Xerosic when? That's the question, isn't it? Should we say they've already played 2 judges? So I think I'm super comfortable in saying they haven't got any more hand disruption or any more ways to shuffle their hand into their deck. Unless they have more lilies. That's a good thing to think about. No, they're down 4? Oh, yeah. We're so cooking. We're done. We finished them, bro. We're just delaying the inevitable victory at this point. Let's keep passing up. Let's keep going. We are doing this, by the way, to one of the best decks in the format. Yes, I know Dragapult is there, and that's, best deck, of course. But a lot of people would argue this is second best deck in the format. In fact, I would argue that. And we are absolutely cooking it. Just like, nah, see you later, mate. No, not happening. You're not playing today. Oh, matey. Oh, matey, look at this. Oh, Gravity Mountain. They play a stadium card. And I'm going to save this Xerosic for the final card. Is that a bit of BM? Not really. I would say my opponent likely could be waiting until that's the case. You never know. They could play a third judge and be sitting there going, do you know what? I'm going to wait. God. You know what? Fair dues, bro. That was stylish. I gotta give it to him. Donnie's like, you know what? I'm gonna concede in style. Look at them. Look at them. Top notch, top lads. Oh, yes. And that, my friends, is that stall deck. I don't think I need to get into another game. Yes, it's going to be a super short video, but again, trying to preserve my energy properly. In fact, just to kind of give you a bit of a brief lowdown, my healing's been going okay. It's been going pretty fine. There's been a few complications here and there, though. That's delayed things a little bit further. And, it's about 2 weeks in now since my surgery, so I still need to take it easy. I'm through the really bad bit, the recovery where it's really horrible and everything's just, bleh. But it's still sensitive. So it's still maybe a couple of weeks now of just making sure I can get through it. But I just want to say, thank you so much. I don't know how to express it. And I was stunned. But the amount of support I got through donations on my last video to just help me out, because, I've posted 2 videos in a month. It's not enough to sustain and keep it going, financially speaking. How am I paying rent? But thanks to you guys' support, it's helped a ton towards that. So honestly, thank you. It, again, caught me by surprise so much. And I still do feel kind of ashamed for asking for help like that. But it's made me have to worry about so much less. So thank you, honestly. Yeah, healing's on the way. Might see a couple of videos pop up here and there. I am working on my next big video still. It's a lot more prep work, a lot more editing and recording behind the scenes that don't require me to use so much energy. So that's still in the work, but just taking it easy, not pushing myself, but bringing out content when I feel like it. And this was one of them. So we'll leave it there. And again, thank you so much for your support. Watching, donating, whatever it is. I feel very loved. I do. So thank you. And I'll see you in the next one.